Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wow or No, a review podcast on food, TV, film, music, gadgets, alcohol,
You wanna do
toys.
that again? Ba't ka natawa dun sa slate
Hindi ko
ko?
alam. Okay,
Okay,
clap
game.
ulit.
1, 2, 3.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wow or No, a review podcast on food, TV, film, music, gadgets, toys, alcohol, and everything else in between. It's Chad.
And this is VP, and for this week's episode, we're doing the much anticipated,
Yes.
Disney movie of the year, Cruella.
Cruella.
Or as other people said, Cruella May Zozie. May full name pala siya. But yeah, so why don't we dive right in and talk about this movie?
Let's go. All right, so welcome back to the show. And once again, we're back at Studio Z.
Mm-hmm.
Maraming salamat. And super comfortable na tayo dito sa Studio Z.
Yeah, actually, this
Diba?
is like, I don't know, pang ilan episode to.
Diba?
Since we don't know when this is coming out.
Kwento mo muna, VP, how convenient it is and how different is it from recording from home?
Well, kasi, di ba, recording from home, we'd usually have to set up and do the whole studio thing, do StreamYard, have to record your own tracks.
Right.
And, when the internet isn't cooperating with you, minsan, delayed yung reaction natin. So when it comes to editing, parang, usog pa ng usog, ganyan. You have to
Right.
adjust just about everything.
Right.
Doing it in a studio, much better, of
Yes.
course.
Yes.
And yeah, knowing na it's safe and we're pretty much isolated from everyone else then.
Right.
Like you get right into the studio and kayo lang yung nandun, diba?
Right.
And yan, you're sure naman everything is clean and safe and protocols are properly
Yes.
followed. Properly followed.
Properly followed.
They are properly followed.
Yes.
So,
Tsaka syempre, there's no denying din the quality is amazing. Diba? This can never be, unless you have a studio at home
yeah.
and you have the same equipment,
Mhm.
that's the only time na ma-achieve mo yung ganitong quality.
Oo.
But syempre, bilang hindi naman kami mayaman at wala kaming budget.
Oo, wala
Ayan.
po kaming sariling studio sa bahay.
Oo, at syempre wala kaming professional soundproofing. So this is the best audio your podcast could get.
Yeah.
And thank you so much Studio Z for accommodating us again. So nakakatawa and maraming salamat of course to their big boss, to Paolo Zarate for making this happen.
Yeah.
And syempre salamat din sa inassignan pa tayo ng ating audio engineer, sarili
Totoo.
nating audio engineer para lang to make sure that the audio goes well and the recording goes well and the setup of course before we arrive naka-setup na yung mga mics. Maraming salamat to our audio engineer Benjo.
Yes, thank you so much.
Benjo, maraming
Ayan,
salamat talaga.
kinakawayan na lang namin siya ngayon outside of the booth, but thank you. And yeah, and if you want to, have your own podcasts and record them inside the studio or do anything with audio and or video, actually,
Yes.
you can find them, Studio Z, at the second floor of the Jajaj building, 109 Panay Avenue. And you can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Studio Z Audio Prod and their website, studiozaudiопроd.com.
Yes, and of course, for your bookings and appointments, you can text or call 0917-631-9961. Once again, that's 0917-631-9961.
Okay, so yun, that's all good now. Let's get started with Cruella.
Yes,
na,
yes.
When did this come out? Sometime during May.
Yes.
Diba? Kaya nga May Zozie.
Oo, exactly. Tsaka, medyo matagal na nilang pinopromote
Yeah.
ang Cruella.
Mm.
And from what I heard, this is available to stream on Disney Plus and some cinemas.
Yeah.
But
definitely not here.
not in the Philippines.
Sadly.
Oh,
Either Disney Plus or cinema. So how
Yes.
did we get to watch this? Bahala na. Basta up
Bahala
for
na.
you to figure out how we did this.
pero
It's a process.
VP, based on the trailers, they probably dropped siguro like maybe 4
Yeah.
different trailers already. But based on the trailers you've seen already, was it something you were anticipating? Was it something you were looking forward to?
I feel like, yeah, diba didn't we do an episode
the
on
trailer.
the trailer?
Yes,
Oo.
yes.
And I did want to see it kasi nga I wanted to see that side of the story.
Right.
Because we all know Cruella de Vil, diba, from 101 Dalmatians,
Yeah.
diba?
Yes.
And
So origin story na naman siya.
tapos
Yes.
parang villain's origin story. But she just known it's this whole new cinematic universe for Disney.
Right.
And I wanted to watch it mainly because yun nga, I wanted to find out what the story was about. Diba? Or
Right.
why are we telling this story?
Right. Who
Diba?
is Cruella de Vil? Exactly. So you were looking forward to it kasi nga
Yeah.
gusto malaman yung backstory.
Yeah.
Same way with me. Same thing with me. Although I do admit when I first found out that it was gonna be Emma Stone,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of iffy about it. I didn't
Mhm.
even know if she could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi the trailers doesn't really say a lot. Like it doesn't show the performance masyado pa
Yeah.
of Emma Stone.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so now it already dropped.
Mm-mm.
And wag na natin sabihin kung paano natin napanood. Basta napanood
Basta
natin.
napanood natin.
Basta napanood natin.
We found ways.
Yes, we found ways.
Oo.
And napanood mo buo.
Oo.
Okay, kagabi kasi you were studying
I
or
was studying my
Yeah.
I was studying my Thai and I was finalizing my assignments.
Okay.
And then that's when I watched it.
Is this how you
after.
do like you do your Thai assignments the night before?
Yeah, depends. If I have time, I do
Okay.
it like during the weeknights.
Oh, kasi sabi
Mm.
guys kasi ni VP, sabi niya, hindi ko alam kung paano ko saan ko isisingit yung Cruella.
Oo,
I
kasi-
might watch it in parts.
Oo.
Sabi ko, no, dapat tuloy-tuloy. But you did,
Yeah, I
tuloy-tuloy.
did naman tuloy-tuloy.
Okay, first
And
thoughts.
First thoughts actually nung umpisa parang sabi ko parang 'di ba it started na medyo narrate her childhood kind of story, 'di ba?
Yes, about the mom and stuff, yeah.
About the mom and
Yeah.
and parang how she kind of grew up in a background na walang parental figure and what
Right.
have you.
Right.
Doon yung first thoughts ko doon parang we are taking way too long to tell the story.
Okay.
Na parang
Okay.
I wanted them to get to the meat of it.
Mm.
Not naman agad-agad. I know that a little bit of that backstory to that backstory
Right.
is needed.
Right.
Pero parang I felt like the first few sequences, not even just the opening sequences, took a little way too long
Okay.
for
Okay.
me. So parang doon medyo na turn off ako. But things started picking up when she started working na dun sa Liberty, tama? The
Yes,
department
yes,
store?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
When she started working there, things kind of started to pick up.
Okay.
Kasi after that, the story was just one point after another
Right,
another.
right. So maganda na yung
Oo.
pacing from then on.
Oo.
Yeah.
So first thoughts ko initially parang sabi ko, I don't feel like I'm gonna like this. But then eventually it kind of picked up, which is nice.
Right.
How
Ako,
about you?
first thoughts ko, it reminded me during the start. I remember when we watched and reviewed The Witches,
Mhm.
Anne Hathaway. I didn't like that
Mm.
particular one. And when Cruella opened the first sequences, kind of reminded me of that. And I thought it was gonna be like The Witches na hindi ko nagustuhan.
Mm.
But I have to admit, it was slow, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
I have to agree, it was slow, but I didn't mind it. I wasn't like, okay,
Chop,
in
chop,
this
let's
lifetime,
go.
come on. No,
Uh-uh.
hindi naman ganon. I didn't mind it naman. And did you like the fact that it was in like English? Like in
Like
British?
British
Yeah,
English?
Yeah.
It was fine. It was not something naman na parang, I don't know, meron bang like background si Cruella de Vil? Because I was way too young when 101 Dalmatians came out.
I remember
remember
watching 101 Dalmatians when I was a kid, but I don't remember liking it. Like I watched it, pero I didn't like it. Kasi I didn't like Cruella, like her. I didn't like her because first of all, parang ang tingin ko sa kanya like an old lady.
Yeah.
Ganun yung itsura niya eh.
Old cranky lady.
Old cranky lady na medyo scrawny.
Yeah.
And then para siyang old lady with a cats, pero ito old lady with 101 Dalmatians.
Or the dogs.
Parang ganon. So yun ang tingin ko sa kanya. I never really paid attention to it.
Mhm.
Pero thankfully with Cruella, I got to understand more of who she is pala talaga.
Yeah.
So yun. So that's what I liked about it. And the fact that there are two Emmas.
Yeah.
In the lead. Emma Stone and Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Diba? So, first thoughts ko. What did you like about it?
About the movie
Yes.
in general?
Yes.
What I liked about it is that it felt really raw.
Raw.
Did not feel like Disney-fied too much.
Okay, okay.
You know, parang if if Disney made the Suicide Squad,
Mhm.
that felt like Cruella.
Okay, yes, yes, yes.
Parang ganon.
That's
That's the
true.
most Disney-fied version of something as dark and probably medyo dark comedy-ish,
Right, right.
'di ba?
Okay.
I liked it. I like
Mm,
that texture on Disney.
right.
And even the opening sequence, 'di ba? It was a black and white of the castle
Mm,
and then the red for the Disney
mm,
logo
mm, mm.
or the word mark.
Right,
So I kind of like that because it felt like it is Disney-fied but not definitely not for kids.
right,
Mm.
right, right,
Parang this isn't our family-friendly cartoons.
right.
This is something new and something not exactly adult, but
Mm,
for a much older uh viewer.
mm,
So I like that tone, and I gotta say I kind of liked Emma Stone's performance here.
mm,
It felt like she knew what Cruella was thinking
mm.
in that moment, in that the whole entire story.
Right.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's as powerful as like people would expect her to be,
Mm-hmm.
but she made it more human for
Right,
me,
right,
like rather than a caricature
right,
of Cruella.
right. I have to agree with what you said na parang it's raw kasi ngayon ko na natandaan yung pala yung hindi ko nagustuhan the witches
Mm-hmm.
because of the CGI. There
Mm-hmm.
was too much CGI with the kids turning into rats, and then yung pag-transform ni Anne Hathaway and the witches into like from human to witches.
Yeah,
There was too much of that. Dito wala.
yeah.
Kung meron man, di ko nahalata.
Mm-hmm.
Pero wala eh. Parang I think ang CG lang siguro yung ano
Yung
niya eh.
dog.
The dogs and the yung kanyang girl on fire moment.
Mm,
'Di
yeah.
ba? Maybe that's it.
Uh,
But the movie did not require any prosthetics and special effects and
nothing too blatant. Parang
nothing
ganun.
too blatant. So yeah, in terms of Emma Stone, I was surprised that she pulled it off.
Mm,
I was.
yeah.
Kasi syempre, ang tingin ko kasi kay Emma Stone, ano ba ang alam ko kay Emma Stone? Easy A
Mm-hmm.
sa Netflix, Easy A, and La La
La La
Land.
Land.
La La Land.
Yeah.
So I never thought that she could do something this quirky, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, or like play a character.
Yeah.
But she pulled it off,
Mm.
surprisingly. Hindi yung surprisingly na tipong, hindi, wala ka, di mo kaya yan. But I just didn't think that she was that kind of actress that could also do that.
Mm.
Yon.
Kasi parang she's kind of typecasted somehow as this
Yes.
parang manic pixie dream girl kind of
Right,
role, diba?
right.
Kind of like a Zoe Deschanel, ganun.
Right,
Diba?
right, exactly.
But yeah, she did make Cruella more human in
Yeah.
this perspective, especially yung the first few sequences na Emma Stone na yung montage nila on how she sew costumes while they would steal
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
to make money and
Right.
live.
Mm.
Yung part na yun parang really gave me that feel na okay, dito pa lang sinasabi niyo na sa akin na Cruella became this
Yes,
because she had to.
yes,
Because she basically had no choice.
right.
And to be able to contribute to that, she did what she knew, which
Mhm.
is to design,
Right,
'di ba?
right.
So, doon pa lang parang I felt more human na already.
Mm.
Less of a caricature.
Mhm.
And what else did I like about the part then about her getting accepted into Liberty when
Mm.
she was in the fountain, tapos she toasted tea with her mom,
Yes,
quote unquote.
yes, yes.
Yun, it felt raw.
Mhm,
It felt
mhm.
like a real person.
Yes.
So I think that's what I liked about her performance there. And yun, ewan ko, parang I'll just jump a little dun sa like middle and end part of the movie.
Yeah.
The opening, yung sequence nung bata siya wasn't so strong, but then it just went super high strong nung Emma Stone na.
Na tumanda na siya. Yes.
Oo, and then you start to narrate her journey na.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Tapos she started working for the Baroness and
Mhm,
what have
mhm,
you.
mhm.
But after that, it kind of felt like it stayed there. Parang it's not bad. It's not lacking of energy or whatever. It just kind of stayed there Dun sa high energy niya na yun, na it
Yeah.
didn't peak anymore. Which I
Okay.
think yun yung hindi ko masyado nagustuhan.
Okay.
And that's why more of the parts that I liked better
Mhm.
was in the beginning. Or like second
Mm.
half of the beginning, I
Okay,
guess.
nung nagbe-build up.
Oo.
Okay. What can you say about Emma Thompson as the Baroness?
First, as in first time na lumabas siya. It's like
Right.
kilabot.
Right.
Wow.
Diba?
Oo, sobrang. I was gonna say super and
Sobra.
sobrang.
Parang
Oo.
ano yun eh, color tsaka kulay. Color.
Color. Sobrang strong nung presence niya. And to think na people have been posting on Twitter na she played Professor Trelawney in the Harry Potter series.
Right.
Parang that is a stark difference of characters, but
I
you
know.
just know she is able to deliver that much strength on screen.
Right.
Na parang I quivered. Pag,
I know.
'di ba?
I know.
Pag tumataas yung kilay niya or she's pursing her lips, you get scared.
Wala akong
of
ibang
her.
maisip na pwedeng maging the Baroness. Aside from, what's her name? Si Tilda
Swinton?
Swanson?
Swanson?
Tilda something.
Swinton.
That gaunt lady.
Oo.
Yeah. Basta, Tilda.
I am gonna check.
Yeah,
'cause
Tilda lang kailangan mo
Swinton
i-google.
nga. Tilda Swinton.
Yun.
Oo.
So, siya yung isa pa na feeling ko same mold.
Mhm.
Yan. Feeling ko same
Yeah.
mold, di ba?
Yeah.
Na medyo Miranda Priestley-ish na ganon. But
Oo.
Emma Thompson was super good.
Mm.
Galing.
She was.
Sobrang galing niya. As in the nuances, the small nuances. I remember I recently saw this, meron siyang comedy on Netflix sila ni Mindy Kaling. Meron silang parang she played like Emma Thompson played this news reporter on TV. Parang ganon. And yun naman comedy. First time ko na makita si Emma Thompson on a comedy. I'm like, this woman, parang sobrang galing niya. Para siyang si Toni Collette.
She could play anything.
She could play anything. So, in the league talaga of Toni Collette and Meryl Streep. Sobrang galing talaga ni Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah.
Where else did she come out in?
Si Emma Thompson, madami na siyang linabasan na super 90s na films. I forget now the most famous ones. Pero
I'm looking at her acting credits.
Yeah, madami dyan. Lalo na mga 90s.
Her filmography, ganon.
Sense and Sensibility, I think.
I think that's too, na sa akin.
Oh, sorry, hindi ko pa yata pinapanganak pa yata doon. Pasensya na. Pero yun yung heydays niya kasi yun. Ganon.
Yeah, she was in Sense and Sensibility.
Okay.
So yeah, she is Trelawney in Harry Potter. And she was in I Am Legend, although I wouldn't remember too much of her from there. She is also in I like this movie, Burnt. It's this movie thing.
Okay.
She was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast in 2017. The one with
Emma.
One more Emma.
Yeah.
Emma Watson.
No, Emma Watson. Right.
Yeah,
the other Emma.
Yeah. There's so many Emmas.
I know.
But yeah, she was there, and she is such a strong personality, such a strong character, and that's what I like about her.
You know this guy, Mark Strong? Mark Strong, the bald guy.
Ooh.
The one who was in wait.
You can remember this.
The Golden Circle. The parang James Bondish na movie.
Kingsman,
diba?
Yeah,
He was there,
go.
diba? He was Lancelot, I think. Yeah, si Mark Strong. When I first saw him, kasi nga sa sobrang alam ko na yung roles niya, when I first saw him dito sa Cruella, I knew that he was a good guy. I knew already kasi medyo na typecast siya. Tsaka ganun yung itsura niya. Diba?
He's that.
Yes, he's that kind of guy. So, nung nakita ko siya, sabi ko, you know what, feeling ko meron tong may surprise to sa huli. Tama nga siya. So, yun. Okay. So, sa Cruella...
Alam mo do, wait lang, singit ko lang kay Mark Strong.
Yeah.
May times talaga na I know him, like, of face.
Yeah.
And parang yan, ay isip ko yung Kingsman, ganyan. But the name Mark Strong wouldn't come up in my
Yes,
head
yes.
agad-agad. The
Ibang
name that
pangalan.
the name that
Ano?
would come up, Stanley
Stanley
Tucci.
Tucci. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. 'Di ba? Kasi
Oo.
parehong ganon.
Yeah, and their characterization sometimes medyo in the same
Pareho.
ano.
Yes, medyo
Oo.
parallel. That's true. That's true. Okay. So, other things about Cruella that you liked?
Um, what else? What else? Well, the fashion, in
Yes.
fairness.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a big fashion person. I wouldn't say even that I know of fashion.
Right,
I just,
right.
when I see it, I know if I like it
Or
and if
not.
it's nice.
Right,
Oo.
right. Ganun lang.
Ganon.
Yeah.
But it was right. Like, yun nga, I think it's a Disney version of The Devil Wears Prada,
Mm-hmm.
based in the 1970s, 70s,
Right, right,
60s.
right.
Yeah.
70s, yeah.
So,
60s, 60s.
yeah, yeah, 60s. And yeah, I like that. I like the fashion. And even like, so I would lump it all together somehow in production design
Mm-hmm.
and costume, hair and
Yes.
makeup, sila
Yes.
sila.
Mm-mm.
The way everything was visualized, I
Mhm.
like it.
Mhm.
Yun nga, it gave everything depth and texture,
Right.
'di ba? And it made you feel like you were there in that time,
Exactly.
'di ba?
Exactly.
Even their normal people outfits,
Mm-hmm.
people you wouldn't see that cut of a trench coat nowadays. Parang ganon.
Not
It
anymore.
was uniquely in that era.
Mm-mm.
Parang you wouldn't see those boots anymore,
Anymore.
'di ba?
Yes.
Or those boots paired with that dress, paired
Mhm.
with that whatever.
Mhm.
I liked it na parang they knew what they wanted to show in
Yeah.
terms of fashion
Right.
or even just costume.
Let's not forget that this movie was completed during the pandemic,
Yeah.
right?
And you get the idea na parang that you could do that inside a whole studio.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
but the amount of legwork you needed to bring everything there
Right.
was ang ganda.
Di
Ang
ba?
galing.
Oo. Doon ako nagalingan talaga.
Yeah.
And something else that I want to talk about is the music,
Mm.
is the soundtrack. Because
Mhm.
I love the soundtrack kasi it's because yeah, like I just searched for the OST on Spotify right
Mhm.
now. So you have a lot. You have from songs from the Bee Gees.
Oh.
There's from Nina Simone, from The Doors, from Tina Turner, Ike and Tina Turner,
Mm.
from Queen,
Mhm.
Blondie, and
Yeah.
yeah. So from that, gustong gusto ko yung music.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the music. You know, these boots are made for
Oh, made
walking.
for walking, yeah.
Although I was expecting that song to be played.
Mm.
Kasi nga, it's all about fashion. It's all
Yeah.
about, powerful women. I knew na papatugtog yun.
Yeah. But it was played in a very kind of non-fashiony moment.
Yes, yes,
'Di ba?
exactly.
This was when she was drunk dun sa 'di ba she was walking drunk dun papunta sa window display.
Yes, yun, yung time na
It
yun.
played dun, 'di
Oo,
ba?
doon
Oo.
nga.
And
Exactly.
parang it felt like a different moment, which was nice.
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. Okay.
Yan. Pero oo nga, I gotta say, I like the music then as well. I mean, it's parang, I would dare say, quintessential to the era. Wow, quintessential. Ay, hindi ko nga alam paano i-spell yun eh. Alam ko lang
Oo,
siya. But,
Oo. Pero sakto siya for the era.
mm,
Sakto siya for the
yeah.
era. Especially that guy, what's his name? The guy who works for that dress shop.
I keep
Art?
forgetting.
Artie.
Art.
Art, no?
Art.
Oo, si Art.
Because like, art as in work of.
Yes, yes,
Yan.
diba? Yon, si Art, diba? So parang medyo itsura niya Freddie Mercury na,
Yeah.
diba, very, very, very loud and very out
It's
there.
like
Ganun
Freddie
siya.
Mercury meets Elton John.
Exactly. Ganun yung itsura niya. Okay, so let's get to the part which you didn't like.
Okay.
Okay, apart from the fact na mahaba nga yung umpisa.
Yun nga, I think what I didn't like is it's a bunch of really good things, all good things put together.
Right.
But then when you bring it up so high,
Mhm.
even sa umpisa pa lang kasi,
Mm.
and you don't bring it back down, then you raise it back up, parang nawalan ako ng rhythm sa kanya. Cruella felt like, yun nga, it was one plot point to the next, to the other, to parang, sige, we get it. It's a journey for Cruella.
Right.
But that journey didn't feel like there were ups and downs. It felt like she was getting from one place to the other, to the next, na parang, okay, she's becoming this person.
Right.
But, yun nga, it didn't feel like it
Hindi
was...
nag-peak.
Oo, it
Okay.
peaked in energy.
Right.
And it was just good the entire time.
Right, right.
Yun
Okay.
lang, yun lang yung hindi ko nagustuhan sa kanya, I think. Um,
What would have been a nice peak?
um,
Ano pa, if sumikat na si Cruella as a designer, ganun ba?
parang, oo, if
Oo.
that was like given a more babad moment,
Right,
oo,
right.
'di ba?
Oo.
Na parang, kasi you're trying to give her this sort of villainous backstory meets redemption arc,
Right,
'di ba? I well, to me it felt like that. The story of Cruella felt like that.
right.
So if you were gonna give me her villain origin story
Mm,
and redemption arc at the same time,
mm.
make it feel big.
Make you feel big.
Oo.
Right,
But
right.
kasi it started big na already
Mm,
and then it just stayed there.
mhm, mhm.
And yun, parang after na, okay, now we know. I didn't, or parang hindi ako nagkaroon ng moment where I wanna know where Cruella is now. Parang ganon.
Mm.
Parang, okay, I got what I came for,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm not craving for more.
Okay,
I think
okay.
yun dun ako nakulangan. But everything else kasi was so good already.
Mm, mm.
So, I wouldn't put it past them naman na parang they can't go any bigger.
Right,
I
right.
mean, I'm not like a producer or director to expect that much, di ba?
Right, right.
Yun lang yung pinaka main comment ko sa kanya. As a viewer, maybe I wanted it to speak to me even more.
Nabitin ka ba?
Parang ganun.
Okay,
Parang
okay.
it was already big and then wala na.
Mm.
Hindi na niya ako pinag-crave for more.
Okay,
It
okay.
satisfied me
Okay.
as to my expectations.
Right. But it not leave you in a bad, like,
No, oo, hindi
hindi
naman. It's
naman.
not that hindi naman siya parang ayoko nito ulitin. Ganun. I'd
Oo.
probably watch it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Parang pag nasa mood ako or if
Mm,
I'm with someone who hasn't seen it, I'd
mm.
sit through it again.
Right.
But yun nga, naghanap siguro ako ng moment na gusto ko ng sequel. Or, I wanna know more
Mm.
about this.
Right, like
Mm.
it would leave you asking questions.
Oo.
Right.
Although,
Okay.
'di ba, I know my statement is kind of 50-50 and it's
Mm.
medyo flimsy kasi ano ba yun? Hindi, pag nasatisfy ka, hindi mo gusto. Pag hindi ka nasatisfy, hindi mo na gusto. But
Oo.
I think kasi Cruella can be more than that. Yun lang.
Okay.
So, I didn't hate it. I don't think na it's bad.
Mm.
It's good.
Mm.
But I felt like Cruella could have gone bigger.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not saying nga na nagkulang siya.
Right. Right. Ako
Oo.
naman, ngayon ko lang naisip, I was supposed to say that there's nothing I didn't like about it.
Mhm.
But ngayon ko lang naisip because when you were talking and when you said na
Mhm.
parang wala ngang, na parang walang peak, walang climax, ngayon ko lang naisip nga talaga
Mhm.
na meron palang medyo major loophole dun sa Cruella. Kasi nga,
Ah.
'di ba, si Baroness
Yeah.
was starting to hate on her because yun nga na parang nawawala yung spotlight sa kanya, 'di ba?
Mm.
Pero I agree with you na why was Baroness hating on her so much? Hindi pa naman pumuputok si Cruella.
Yeah. Parang, I get it na parang pwede kasi siyang, parang kutob. For
Yes,
instinct.
yes,
It could
yes.
have worked that way.
Right.
But, yun, baka pwede pa nilang gawing bigger issue yun.
Oo.
Diba? Para
Diba?
mas,
Kasi nothing major happened to Cruella naman for her to like want her killed.
oo.
Ganon. Yun. So I get that. So yeah, yung mga ganong loopholes.
Mhm.
But I was surprised that I liked the movie. Like I finished it, tapos
Mhm.
parang medyo light yung movie eh. Medyo
Yeah.
light siya. Akala ko based on the trailers kasi nung lumabas yung mga trailer. Akala ko dark.
Mm.
Akala ko dark siya. And I was expecting it to be as dark as Maleficent.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
That was dark-ish.
Oo, akala ko gano'n. But hindi naman siya dark. Actually, medyo lighthearted nga siya, ang Cruella. But yeah, overall, I liked it. Except for those loopholes. Were you surprised about that whole twist thing?
I wouldn't say I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Parang, I think nasabi ko sa'yo to kanina when we met up.
Mm.
it felt formula Disney.
Nasabi mo kanina. Yes,
Yon.
yes. Okay.
Um,
So nothing new.
Oo. Parang, it was a nice twist.
Yes.
Spoiler free.
Right.
Muna tayo.
But
It was a nice twist. But again, you sort of expect a twist
Right.
for stories like that.
right. Nothing groundbreaking.
Mm.
Nothing groundbreaking.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Like, what's the last Disney movie that we did? Was it Raya?
Raya.
Raya.
Yes.
Um, Unlike Raya, na you get na it's a different Disney formula,
Yes. Yes.
and you know the twist already is coming from the very beginning. You
Mhm.
just don't know who, how, why, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one, you can kind of expect it
Mhm,
already.
mhm, mhm,
And you know when it's gonna happen
mhm.
and who's gonna probably play a part in it.
Right.
Parang
Right.
ganon.
Right. Agree ako doon. Agree ako doon. Pero yun nga, again, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it kasi well, first of all, we never really read because it says it's based on 101 Dalmatians.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's based on the book or I'm sure it's the book.
Yeah.
And of course the cartoon was based on the book as
Yeah.
well. So hindi ko alam kung yung book ba talaga yung dito sa Cruella na the movie
Mm-mm.
or it was just based loosely lang na let's make Cruella a fashion designer.
Mm-mm.
Kala ko ganon, di ba?
Mm.
Kasi it does sound like something made up.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason that whole concept of like, oh, si Cruella pala, kaya pala siya naka trench coat na na spotted na black kasi parang she's she likes fashion.
Mm-mm.
That whole fashion angle, it sounds like it's made up kasi. It sounds like they thought of it for the movie.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't sound like someone from the 70s
said that
and thought of that
Mm-mm.
and then made it into a book.
Mm-mm.
Parang ganon. So, I really want to know if it's based loosely lang or yun talaga yung sinulat ng author na
Yeah.
yun yung origin story talaga ni Cruella.
Cruella. Yeah.
Yun.
Maybe we can, find out some one way or another. But like focusing on the movie itself, what do you think was last question before we do verdict?
Yes.
What do you think was your favorite moment or what kind of sparked for you dun sa Cruella that made you feel like okay, it's an all right movie. Parang ganon.
It's an all right movie.
Or parang what kept you watching?
What kept me watching?
Mm.
What kept me watching? I think the build up.
Mm.
I think when Cruella had to like pwede na siya maging pickpocket and mag-steal,
Mm.
and then she was gonna be able to use her skill now with dressmaking,
Yeah.
like, and fulfill her dream.
Mm.
That's where that's what kept me glued to my screen.
Yeah.
Yun.
Okay.
Kasi parang na-establish naman sa umpisa yun na parang, I mean, come on. She was making costumes. Parang cosplay, di ba? Para mag-steal sila. But I knew that was gonna go somewhere.
Mm-mm.
Because syempre, why would they establish that kung hindi naman siya
Kung
makagamit, di ba?
Totoo.
But that's what kept me watching. And yeah, I love how you remember that scene where they asked all the guests for the Baroness's show to like wear this to celebrate Cruella.
Mm.
I love that part kasi parang tuwan-tuwa ako dun sa part na parang, oh my God, hindi ko mahanap si Cruella sa crowd. Tuwan-tuwa talaga dun sa part na yun. I wasn't expecting that.
It was medyo geniusy moment.
I wasn't expecting that because they just showed the box. They didn't show what it was. And then nung umpisa tawa ako ng tao when when the guards were tackling anyone, each person who came out of the car. Yeah, that was a fun moment for me. But yeah, I like the build up. I like how what they turned Cruella into.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I actually meant same answer with you, but that one specific moment that sparked with me was her first day working at the Baroness's. And then she got nicked by the blade. Diba?
Yes.
Tapos the Baroness
was like,
said na parang,
Do we have this
do we have this red? Oo. Doon pa lang sabi ko, ululan to. As in, ululan tong movie na to. I like
Di
this.
ba?
Oo.
Yeah, yeah.
Take me where it's gonna go.
Right.
Yun.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Di
Oo.
ba?
Na parang,
Ginawang swatch yung dugo.
yung dugo. Parang, what are you, woman?
I know.
Oh, but
Yeah.
then doon I got its humor. I knew where they were taking it.
Yeah.
And the rest of the movie
Yes.
was there.
Yeah.
Medyo
Yeah.
ganun siya sabaw. Medyo
Oo, oo.
ululan nga.
Oo,
Like,
oo.
I think yun yung perfect word to describe Cruella.
Oo.
It's an ululan movie.
Oo. So that's your favorite moment there.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And that kept me watching. That
Right.
glued me.
Right.
Na parang crazy kooky characters.
I know.
This is my thing. Parang
Right.
ganun.
One other scene that I liked was the spoiler alert for people who are listening and watching. Yung yung beaded dress. Na apparently they were pala. They were
yung
parang
cocoons?
cocoon ba? I
Oo.
think. Oo, na
Oo.
parang may mga bugs na
Oo.
lumabas. That was genius. I'm like,
Yeah.
galing! Yeah, natawa ako doon. Natawa ako doon. So yeah. So,
And yan. Well, verdict time.
yes,
Sige.
go ahead.
Ako, final say ko lang on Cruella. It had enough whimsy. It
Yes.
had its light and dark comedy. It was like the acting was good. Like
Yes.
it was good.
Right.
Yun lang. Some parts took a little bit too long. Na parang it felt like if this was in the cinemas, baka alam mo yun, uncomfy ako sa upuan ko the first few minutes because medyo bagal eh. Ganon.
Like, take me there already.
Oo.
Yeah.
Diba? Like, started already, enough
Oo.
with the intro, ganon.
Oo.
But, yun lang din. And the consistency, it was too consistent that it didn't give me ups and downs anymore.
Okay.
It was one great moment after another.
Mhm.
But I think that's just me nitpicking.
Okay.
You know? Parang it's still that wild, crazy fantasy. I laughed.
Mm-mm.
I laughed.
Mhm.
And I laughed
Yeah.
at like different other things.
Right.
And yun nga, it was, I would say it's a Disney-fied fashion movie.
Mhm.
Diba?
Mhm.
Na parang, but even then, the fashion was nice.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah.
And parang, dun pa lang eh, like, I know I can't come up with something like that.
Right.
So, I guess crazy and genius do equal each other. So, yeah, I've decided na I'm still giving it a wall.
Mhm.
Still nice.
So it did change.
Yeah, it did kind of change. Because I felt like it was very formula Disney.
Yeah.
But now talking about it, going back at it in my head, na parang, it's not, it's still worthwhile to watch.
Yeah.
It's, I would pay for it if it was in the cinemas.
Yeah.
And I would recommend people to see it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a waste of time. And, it doesn't hurt to see it naman. Parang, I think yun yung importante na lang sa akin. Na parang, what did it really give me?
Right.
And it gave me 2 hours of rest and recreation.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So enough na yun for me. Basta hindi niya sinayang yung oras ko.
Yes.
And coming from this conversation naman, I feel like, you've convinced me enough dun sa mga good thoughts ko about it.
Right.
And most of it you agreed with.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's a wow for me. How
Tama
about you?
yung sinabi mo na parang it's... Because I feel like Disney has established na kahit anong movie ilabas nila, you would pay to watch it at least.
Yeah.
You would want to watch it.
Yeah.
And most of the time, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun ang Disney. So rare naman talaga yung you come out of the cinema and wish you could take that 2 hours back.
Yeah.
Na hindi mo sinayang. Again, Cars.
Mm-hmm.
Diba?
And 2.
And
And
2.
3.
And 3. Diba? Paano umabot ng 3 yung Cars? Hindi ko talaga maintindihan.
Apparently, kids liked it.
Exactly. Ganon. But yeah, but with Cruella, it's not a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
I actually loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Pero iniisip ko tuloy, kung if hindi into fashion si Cruella, hindi
Yeah.
ko lang alam kung magugustuhan ko pa siya.
Uh,
I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was a twist. How could a villain be, this talented pala to villain na to, di ba? Yung crook,
Yeah.
she's a thief. I love the casting. I loved Emma Stone. But I feel like Emma Thompson kind of
Stole the show.
outshined. Yeah.
Agree.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sa billing, dapat mas malaki dapat si Emma Thompson.
Oo.
Di ba?
But then you have
Yes,
the
yes.
Emma Stone playing
Title role eh.
title role,
Oo.
Cruella May Zosie.
Yeah. Pero Emma Thompson was so good. She
Mhm.
stole the show. And alam mo yun, she didn't even need like hindi siya big acting.
Yeah.
Small stuff lang, the nuances, and then that was enough. Emma Thompson, you're so good.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I am still giving it a woe. I would watch it again.
Mm.
I would recommend it to people. It's not a waste of money,
Mm.
although we did not pay for it.
Well, let's just say we took in enough effort to
To look for it.
to look for it.
Mahirap din yun, ah.
Well,
Mahirap din yun.
we found a way to
We found
get through
a way. Yes.
to
We have a special friend who does that for us. Ganon.
Basta ano din naman natin. I mean, basta yun
Alam
na
niyo
yun.
na yun.
Oo.
Oo, alam niyo na yun.
Paano ba? This is on Disney Plus, di ba?
It is. And
Oo.
in Choice Cinemas in the States.
Oo.
Yeah.
And there are ways you can get to Disney Plus. So there are ways.
Mahirap lang.
Mahirap lang.
Mahirap lang.
Oo.
Sobrang hirap
But
lang.
yun nga, if
Salamat sa nagpahiram ng
US address
account.
nila.
Salamat din. Oo, yun.
Oo.
But yeah, it is still a woe for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
So yeah, I hope Disney Plus, please come to the Philippines already.
Right, because
'Cause-
because ngayon po at least meron na tayo, wala tayong HBO Max pero may HBO Go tayo.
Yeah.
'Di ba?
We have HBO Go.
Oh, so baka meron
And-
namang Disney minus. Hindi ko alam.
Or just Disney
Sige.
One. Ganon.
Disney One.
Oo.
Oo, parang ganon. So, yeah, so we are both giving it a woe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys have a chance to watch Cruella, please do watch it.
Mhm.
It's a nice origin story.
Yeah.
And yeah, maganda naman siya. It's a very light movie. Of
Mm-mm.
course, no movie is perfect.
Yeah.
But I keep on reminding myself that this was completed during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Height of the pandemic.
Mm.
So, you got to give them props for that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I do wish like everyone in the entire production or everyone involved was safe and healthy the entire time.
Yes.
Mm.
But yeah, so we are both giving Cruella a woe. And
Mhm.
yes, so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. If you guys have any other suggestions, like for movies, TV shows, music, food, what have you, you can go ahead and send us a message on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Woe or No Show. That's WHOAORNOSHOW. So you can find us messages there if you want to know how, kung gusto nyo hiramin yung US address for Disney Plus. Message us there. Maybe we'll find a way with you.
Sige.
Diba?
Matulungin kaming tao. Sige.
Until Disney Plus comes here in the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, if you watch Cruella, based on this review, let us know as well if you agree or disagree with our thoughts.
Yep.
We are all over social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Mhm.
At Woe or No Show ba?
Woe or No Show.
Woe or No Show.
Yeah.
Pinapareho na namin lahat.
Lahat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ayan. And once again, thank you so much to Studio Z for
Salamat.
accommodating us, for letting the Bunk Collective shows record in the best quality possible.
I know.
Diba? Yun. So, that's it. I guess that's it for today's episode. We'll see you and hear you on the next one. This is VP.
And this has been Chad.
Bye.
Bye, guys. And if you like this video, please don't forget to click the thumbs up button below and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And don't forget to check out all of the other shows at the Bunk Collective YouTube channel and go to patreon.com/thebunkph to show your support.